All right, check 1, 2. Mic check.
Purr-fect.
The perfect pints, baby.
Purr-fect pints. Purr.
What's up, Orange Cat Brewery? Welcome back to the Perfect Pints podcast. We have a special guest today, Levi Schmidt.
I'm Levi. I'm sure you've seen me several times on brew videos, and I'm back. And I haven't been here for a long time, so I'm excited to be here.
Let's go, man. Well, I don't want to say let's just dive right into it, but I have an empty glass, so let's just dive right into it. What do we got here today?
Here we've got Keeper's Heart. It's from Minneapolis. It's a mix of Irish whiskey and American bourbon, and it's amazing stuff. I've been to the distillery. Nick's been to the distillery.
Let's go, baby.
It's good stuff.
So I know it's a little out of the ordinary to be drinking whiskey on a beer podcast, but no judgment here. We drink beer, wine, seltzers, liquor, obviously. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. And big shout out to Garrett for these little whiskey ice balls. They are awesome, dude. It's so nice to keep my whiskey cold without it getting watery down, which I actually do kind of like a little bit of water in mine. So
Right,
I still throw an ice cube in there, but
I like to water it down a little bit. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the classiest thing to do, but you do what you gotta do.
oh man, cheers.
Ah.
Wow, that doesn't like actually burn at all. Like, I mean,
No,
it's got like a
super
tang to it,
smooth.
but
That's good stuff.
wow. So what do you look? I mean, I'm not really familiar with whiskey that much, but I don't know. Like, what do you look for in that? Like, I taste maybe like some caramel.
You know, I'm brand new to whiskey, and I'm still learning. I mean, you have to try several different things. There's a ton of whiskeys that I didn't like, but the bourbons are really good. And when I found this, it was a bourbon mixed with Irish whiskey. I figured Irish whiskey was pretty good too, so I just tried it out, and I think it's pretty good.
What was the first ever like whiskey that you tried that actually like stood out? I'm guessing there's had to been some like crappy whiskey you had in college or something, right?
I would say probably Bullet Bourbon.
Really? That's not crappy. That's like one of your first.
Crappy?
Like, no, what was like one of the first whiskeys that you ever had?
Oh God. Southern Comfort.
Oof.
That's probably my intro whiskey. I drank that growing up with a high schooler I knew, and he carried it around pretty much everywhere we went. And
High school.
I had.
You gotta say college.
Oh yeah, college. Sorry, I meant to say college, but yeah, yeah. Southern Comfort was where I started. It was terrible. It was me drinking just because it was there, and I've realized there's way better stuff out there. And
Talk about it like a gut ache though. Like it was so sugary. Like it was so sweet. I think that's why we liked it so much when we were younger, because it was like sugary and like sweet.
Yeah.
And it didn't really have that like super burn to it. Which
Yep. And
now it's like I kind of almost like want that like burn and like smoothness. I don't want that sugary sweet.
right.
You know.
And I don't
taste
mean to
it.
throw anyone under the bus that loves Southern Comfort, because I know there's a ton of people out there buying it, and some people swear by it, but it's not my drink of choice.
Yeah, I could do without it for sure. So Bullet was like one of the first whiskeys you actually had that was.
It was the
good.
first bourbon that I really, really liked.
Nice.
And that was probably, it was probably within the last year. I mean, I just got into whiskey and bourbons and everything like that within the last year. So, I mean, I'm still learning. It takes a long time to develop that palate, but once you do, I mean, you can really tell the difference between a good bourbon and a not so good bourbon.
Bottom shelf.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
exactly.
where would Keeper's Heart like? Is that like more the top end, kind of middle? It's definitely not the bottom, because I feel like this is way
I'd
too
say
good.
it's about middle. Like
Oh, yeah?
it's gonna be, categorized right in the middle of your really, really high end luxury bourbons. I mean, it's weird because it's a bourbon and an Irish whiskey mix, which is not. I think this is the first time I've ever seen it before. So I mean, it's almost making its own category right
Interesting.
within itself. But
What? So when I think Irish, I think of like Irish red ale. Like when we talk about beer, we talk about red ale. It's like, okay, what do we talk? Are we talking American red ale? Are we talking Irish red ale? Where does the Irish whiskey fall into place? Like, what would be the I don't know, like the.
So I'm not gonna say I'm an expert. I should be, but I'm not an expert.
What, man? You sell this stuff.
I'm new at this job, but I know that how crazy and dumb it sounds. It's just whiskey made in Ireland, and they have different like
They're doing
rules
it right.
that they follow when they're making their whiskeys, and I mean, it doesn't obviously have to be made in Ireland, obviously, as this is made in Minnesota. But
Yeah.
I mean, they have different rules that they follow. I don't know all the rules and all the things that they do, but it just makes it a different blend.
Well, whatever they're doing, they're pretty good at it. So it's like Keeper's Heart is whiskey that celebrates and unlocks the moment worth keeping. Crafted by world-renowned master distiller Brian Nation and made with a keen eye for time-tested quality.
The cool thing about this is Brian Nation is the master distiller at Keeper's Heart.
Yeah.
And he used to be the head distiller at Jameson. So, I mean, everyone knows Jameson. Jameson's a loved brand by everyone that likes Irish whiskey. And
that's the one thing I know. If you say Irish whiskey, that's the first thing and probably the only thing I think of, really.
And it's about the coolest thing about their whole brand is that this guy came from the best of the best. Jameson is great, and he left and joined this company, and now they're making great product as well.
Wow, dude, yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I was a little nervous when you're like, hey, let's start the video and let's pour a glass of whiskey and then try the beer. And I was like, I don't know, man, that might be kind of crazy, but
I don't know what the right way to do it, but
what is it? Beer first and then liquor, or is it
liquor before beer and you're in the clear? Beer before liquor makes you sicker.
Yeah. I know. You think I'd.
So we did go the right route.
Okay. Good.
Liquor before beer, you're in the clear.
And I think the reason you do that is because the liquor just hits you right away, and I think beer has a little bit more it takes a little bit longer to process the drunkenness, you know.
That's probably it.
So like the whiskey, it's like you take like a, I don't know, a glass or two, and you're feeling it pretty instantly.
Right.
And then when you go to beer, you're like, I can't drink more. Versus like you drink 6 beers and you're like, I could drink more and pound 2 glasses of whiskey.
Right.
Now you're screwed.
Right. Exactly.
Oh man, dude. Well, this is pretty good. I'm a big fan of this, and I really like that. Again, that ice cube in there is actually kind of nice. It keeps it cold. Your ice cubes are already melting, but your ball is still cold.
Yeah, it is.
You got blue balls in there.
Yep. It's good stuff.
Awesome, man. Well, again, thanks for coming on the podcast. What do you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about?
We can talk about anything.
Wow, I'm not sure.
We can talk about crazy parties. We can talk about some local breweries. We can.
Are we gonna finish this before moving on to anything else, or?
Well,
I'm gonna sip on that throughout the whole podcast.
Oh, okay. I might sip on mine too. I'm ready to crack this beer, dude.
Okay.
I've been eyeing this thing.
Awesome. So today we went out to Hy-Vee and looked around, and what we decided on was the Pronghorn Peach Wheat from Phat Fish Brewing in Dickinson, North Dakota.
Yeah, it was really just the town that sold me, I think.
Never had a Phat Fish beer, but
no, I haven't either.
I figured when I saw it and I saw North Dakota, I figured I'd represent.
Yep.
I mean, we're not from North Dakota. North Dakota.
North Dakota.
But
no, I think it's close enough. I almost want to look up where Dickinson, North Dakota is. Like, are we actually pretty close? I don't know.
I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, let's take a look.
We can take a look here quick.
Yeah, dude, and it was the first really nice day of, I guess you could call spring. So I feel like a summer-like beer.
Yeah, spring.
Hey,
Is it the first day of spring?
I think we got a little ways to go for the first day of spring. But hey, it was 40 degrees and the sun was out.
Oh, we're so close to Dickinson. We're only about 7 hours and 18 minutes.
Really?
We can make that drive tonight.
Yeah, well, you might get there after bar close, but.
Or we can take my private jet out.
Oh yeah.
Because that would be pretty quick.
I don't know. Does Dickinson have an airport? Are you good for it? No, I got a whole one. I'm sorry, I'm not sharing mine. You pour yours. I'll wait to sip it, but it smells really, really good. Holy crap! This would be really good next to the pool in the summer.
What a terrible pour.
No, that's
I gotta
good.
do better. I don't got the 2 fingers. I got 1 finger.
I know there's not much head on this beer. It's kind of it smells like I feel like it's gonna have a little bit of a tang sourness to it.
So again, this is a Pronghorn Peach Wheat.
Yeah.
It does smell like peaches, a little bit of mango. I almost smell mango.
Very citrusy.
Very citrusy.
It's got like that stone fruit. You're kind of going for it. All right, cheers. Wow. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm getting like a smoky flavor to it. Is that just me? Or I mean,
I don't know if I taste the smokiness.
I'm tasting straight a lot of fruit. Obviously, it's it's peach wheat, so the fruit slaps you around in the face for sure.
I think it's really. I don't want to say it's a seltzer, but it's got the flavor of a seltzer. Like it doesn't have like
that sparkliness.
It doesn't have the sparkliness really.
Okay.
But like, if you taste a seltzer, they're really, really like flavorful and citrusy. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm getting from this.
Yeah. You definitely don't have like the fizz, like the sparkling, bright flavor, I guess, from it. But it's very like subtle fruit. I don't know, dude.
As you can see here, they've got an antelope with some cool sunglasses on.
Yeah. That's kind of what sold me on it, honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
Seeing that was like, you got to get that. I don't know. Overall, I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I'm a big fan of peach, but it doesn't taste super peachy though.
Are we rating?
Oh yeah. What would if you had to check in on tap right now? What would you give it?
Out of 5.
Out of 5.
I'm gonna give this, with 5 being the highest. Excuse me. With 5 being the highest, I'm gonna give this a 2.
A 2? Oh man, dude, that's
just because it's not something that I would drink on I don't want to say a daily basis because I don't drink every day. But if I did, I wouldn't drink this every day. Maybe once every 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, I'm tasting something's just like not that it's off, but something in it does taste different though.
It does.
I'm not tasting that super like bright in your face like super fruity like wheat ale that I'm used to. It's like mellow. It's like, again, it's got this weird smokiness to it. I don't know. I'm tasting something that's it's just a little different than what I'm used to. But
honestly, I'd say it's pretty peachy.
It is pretty peachy. I'd have to give it a 4 point. I give it a 4.0 out of 5. I still would drink this more in the summer. Like,
is this like your Natter Day type?
No, I mean Natter Day is like a.
It does kind of remind me of a Natter Day. I mean,
yeah, no, Natter Day has that. I don't know, something different about Natter Day. It's its own thing. Which Natter? Okay, so if I'm drinking a domestic beer, Natter Day is a domestic beer, right? You'd say, right?
I mean, yeah,
it's close enough.
I mean, yeah,
it's close.
It's a
enough.
natural light.
Yeah,
so
which
yeah,
is
it's a domestic.
It's a fruity domestic beer.
Yeah.
Hands down, my go-to domestic.
Hands down, my last go-to.
No,
drink.
You're wrong, dude. You're wrong.
I would drink it only if I'm at a tailgate and I have nothing else to drink.
Well, what's your go-to domestic? Obviously, Busch.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Busch Light.
What if Busch Light didn't exist?
Well, that's a tough question. I mean, my go-to is Busch Light and a pickle. I mean, hands down, you gotta get the pickle in there. Yeah. Otherwise, it's not the same. But
I agree.
With no Busch Light, my go-to domestic is Busch Light. No, I don't know. I have no idea what my go-to domestic is because if there's no Busch Light, it's probably gonna be Bud.
Yeah, I personally like Bud Light better than Busch Light. I think it has more of a cleaner taste. I feel like Busch Light is just not dirty. I don't know what the word I would use is, but like Bud Light just has a really crisp.
I just feel like if I were to drink too many Bud Light, that the next morning is very rough.
Yeah, that's the same with Busch Light.
And it's very different with Busch Light.
Really, you don't get as much of a hangover.
It's way worse with Bud Light.
Is it because of the pickles in it? Do you think it's because of the pickle juice? Like doesn't?
No, because I drink Busch Lights without pickles, rarely, but I do.
Dude, I've been in the bar with you so many times that they don't have a pickle. You're like, no, I won't drink it.
No, give me a whiskey.
Give me a whiskey. You got pickles? No. Okay, then give me a whiskey.
You got a Pendleton?
Yeah, then give me that. With a pickle? Would you ever drink that with a pickle?
I've never tried it, but I can't believe it'd be bad because pickles with anything is good.
You think so? A pickle with this. A pickle with a peach wheat ale.
Okay, that'd be terrible.
I can go grab a pickle now.
That's crossing the line. Actually.
No, I probably.
That's crossing the line.
Okay. That might be a little.
Pickles and peaches, I guess, don't go together, but.
Yeah, but what about pickles in a I don't know, an IPA? We could do an IPA pickle.
I'm Pickle Rick.
I'm Pickle Rick.
No.
Insert clip of Rick and Morty.
No.
That actually is a good idea.
With an IPA, I don't know. Never tried it, but I wouldn't be against trying it. Are you a pickle guy?
Am I a pickle guy? I like pickles, but I'm not over. I feel like there's people that are like, yeah, I'll eat a pickle every once in a while. I feel like there are people that are like, I will die for a pickle right now. And I feel like that's you. I feel like you are crazy for the pickle.
Nick, I haven't asked what is in this bottle and this bottle. Wait, maybe it says it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
dude,
is the Dangles Honey part too?
Yeah, dude. So that's the first beer we ever brewed.
I just spit on your mic.
Oh, that's fine.
I just squeaked. That's good cake.
Yep. So that's
chocolate stout.
Yeah. So, dude, yeah, I picked two very, very unique ones. That Dangles Honey Ale, that was the first beer we ever brewed. Mm-hmm. And so we wanted to remake it. And the remake was slightly better than the first one, but we still haven't perfected the brown ale flavor profile yet.
We haven't. But I mean,
it's also not my go-to beer. Like
right.
when we first started brewing, we're like, what do we want to brew? And it's like, I don't know. This thing says honey on it, and it's brown ale. It's like I've never had a brown ale before,
right.
So that's what we're gonna brew. It's like okay.
And I would agree that we haven't perfected the brown ale because there's some really really good brown ales.
That's like the hard part about anything like homebrew wise is like, man, there's like really really good stout I like, and then I homebrew that's like not good.
I think we've done really well on stouts. I mean,
I do like our stouts.
I hate to say it because I say it all the time, but the Coyote Cold Brew.
It is hands down one of our best beers.
And just a regular Coyote, just a Coyote in general.
Yeah, and if you're wondering what we're looking at, we have all of our beers lined up above my cabinets over there. So that's what we're looking at for reference. We got 44 bottles of beer over there. That's how many batches. 45th is brewing right now. That's the
somebody
Irish
batches it. Who batches it?
I batch it.
Oh, okay.
I batch everything. No. So yeah, no, the chocolate, that's good cake. So it's a really good story behind it, but essentially the recipe though is the Coyote Cold Brew, but taking out the coffee and adding extra cocoa nibs. So we took, so our Coyote Cold Brew is a really good balance of coffee and cocoa nibs. That's good cake is all cocoa nibs, no coffee flavor. And the story is my older sister at a wedding. She was a little tipsy, and Delaney, and she had the wedding cake, and I remember she ate it with all my siblings around, and she's like, that is good cake. And the rest of the night we were just like, that's good cake. And whenever something like funny happens or something good, we're like, that's good cake. I love that
you name your beers after like something that has happened in your life, and it's like just a great memory of yours.
Well, that's like
it's amazing because it really ties everything together, and people understand that you are brewing for a reason to like make memories.
Yeah, and that's the best.
Extend those memories.
That's the best part. That's why I got into homebrewing, and that's like why I wanted you guys to come join me with homebrewing. It's like it's all creative. I mean, if I make a beer, I have to make a label and I have to make a name. Yeah. Like one of my favorite beers is my personal favorite is the Cliffhanger, and our friend whose name is Cliff. Not an outdoorsy guy, but we thought it'd be really funny to call it the Cliffhanger and have this guy hanging from a cliff, and it just like worked out really really well for what we were trying to accomplish. And like the name and the story behind that is just, it's a game changer. So that's why I like homebrewing, and that's why I wanted to put those two up there. Is like, yeah, that's a remake of our original, and that's like another remake of one of our really really successful originals, which won a competition. So
I really like that you like to make the labels and like be creative about it, because we have you who's the great creative person, and we have me who's the beer drinker.
Yeah, you're the taste tester.
I'm the taste tester, and I think I do a pretty good job.
Yeah, I'd say you're the taste tester. Drew is the janitor, and then Devin's kind of the money bags behind it. I mean, he's bought our wort chiller. I mean, he's thrown a lot of money at our brewing projects. He's our
angel investor.
Yeah, he's a low key investor that doesn't really get much investor perks, but I mean, he gets to try beers.
He also is always here. Yeah, he's helping out every once in a while, and
yeah. If we had Devin on the podcast, which I'm hoping to get another chair so we can have a 3-way, a 4-way maybe. If Devin was here, what do you think Devin would say is his favorite beer that we brewed?
I don't know. Really good question.
He really, man, that is a good question.
I'd say the Coyote.
He does like the Coyote. I think
a lot of people's favorites are the Coyote.
Yeah, I think he really liked that. The 605. I think he liked the Summer Shandy, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. Oh man, there was one beer that he asked me for, like, to brew again, and I can't remember.
Was it the T-shirt party?
The Hawaiian shirt party.
Or the Hawaiian shirt party. That's a really
Hawaiian
good
shirt
one.
Party. That's a good one.
I drank to that.
Oh, Devin likes the pumpkin beers. That's what it is. We brewed that pumpkin beer because I didn't want to brew it the second
Devin
year.
is a pumpkin guy.
We brewed it the first year, and I was like, yeah, I had a few, and I'm like, these are really good. And then after like 4 pumpkin beers, I'm like, I'm kind of over the pumpkin beers. And I remember Devin was like, the second year came around, I was like, I'm not gonna do another pumpkin beer, and he convinced me to do another one. So we went from, what was the first one? Something, I think it was just called the pumpkin ale, and then we had the pumpkin head ale.
Yep,
So he really liked the pumpkin head ale. Yeah. So we got this thing where we're starting. As of today, we're starting this. In every video, we're gonna have a mandatory chug, and so we just gotta chug whatever's left in our glass. So this is the
I'm kind of used to that because that's my thing, kind of.
The Purr-fect Pints mandatory chug. Let's go.
Not that I can chug, but here we go.
Oh man, there's the flavor. Let's go.
Ooh.
That's actually not too bad when you chug it. Is that bad to say? I feel like that's bad to say. Maybe it's not. Maybe not.
All right, whiskey time now. Chug the whiskey.
No, I think this is a sipper. This is really good, dude. I'll sip on this. That beer, I'm gonna wait another month or two and try that beer again. But right now, I'm gonna lay off the mango weed, I suppose.
So, do you think you're gonna be in competition with this beer? Do you think you're gonna try to make a
Phat Fish?
And not a mango wheat, a peach wheat.
Oh, peach wheat, yes.
Are you gonna try to get in competition with Phat Fish and their pronghorn peach wheat?
I do like wheats, but I like adding fruit to my kolsch. I think adding like the mango matrimony that we brewed, adding mango puree to a kolsch style was so cool. My cat was down there. I'm just joking.
Poor kitty.
No, this summer we're definitely gonna brew something similar to this. We'll do like super fruit forward because I love adding fruit to beer, whether it's a session IPA or a regular IPA or a wheat kolsch. Even the blonde ales, like we have like the blueberry cream ale. The Hawaiian shirt party's a blonde ale with just a bunch of blueberries. So yeah, I definitely like adding raspberry, blueberry, mango. Those are probably my top 3.
You got any plans of making a mead anytime soon? I haven't seen you make a mead here.
A mead?
Because you have before, haven't you? Or no, not yet.
We've done a few meads. I like putting in the mini keg and then having a 1 gallon carbonated mead. I like it when it's like sparkling. I think that is really good. I mean, mead is pretty straightforward. It's just kind of, I don't know. I just let it sit there.
Honey wine.
Yeah. It's not my like go-to. Versus like the 2 taps I have back here. I'd much rather fill that with beer. I do want to make a seltzer though. I am going to be making a black cherry seltzer, black raspberry seltzer, and I'm pretty excited for that because the seltzers we've made in the past have been really, really good, and it's super easy. It's water, sugar,
seltzers
and flavoring.
Good. Travis loves the seltzers.
Yeah. And so that's why I have a 2-tap system. So I'm like, if I have a regular beer, like an IPA or stout or brown ale, I'll have that on tap, and then I'll have a seltzer for the party goers, you know? So it might work pretty well.
Yeah. You got any plans? Does Orange Cat have any plans to make or to distill at all?
Well, that's illegal, but...
Oh, that is illegal, isn't it?
That is illegal. No plans to distill. Yeah,
that is a no.
I'm thinking about it.
So no moonshine.
No moonshine. No, distilling is just so difficult. There's so much like process and
and you need a lot more equipment, I believe, right?
Yeah, and I feel like it would really, like, I don't know, it would smell. It'd take up a lot of room. It'd be more difficult. But I guess brewing takes up a lot of room.
I'm sure your girlfriend would love it.
just smelling nail polish remover. No, I feel like distilling, I'm also like scared because I feel like distilling, like if you do it the wrong way, causes blindness, you could die, all that good stuff.
Whoa.
You can't really die from homebrew. You'll get sick maybe for a day or two, which happens sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I have no plans to distill. I'll leave that to the experts. I'd much rather sip on like something really good and just get it from the store. But I'd much rather like perfect my beer for sure. Speaking of beer, do you wanna try one of those homebrews? I got the it's currently the No Name IPA, but it's a remake of our Baby Bazooka. But yeah, I'm gonna take this off. Wait, be right back. Take 5 real quick, you know.
Take 5.
No, that's from Devin, dude. Devin.
From Devin.
Yeah, McKenna did the cricket thing. She did the cricket and she like made that. And Devin, I don't know. I think
stickers or is it paint?
No, it's from like it's like a sticker from the cricket thing.
Right, it's a sticker.
Yeah,
though, right?
yeah.
It's not paint, is it?
Yeah, so she like designed it on the cricket and then like put it on there. But then Devin, I think, like painted it and like all that good stuff.
Get that?
Because I remember you talking about this.
Yeah. So
All right. So we're back. We're back.
We're back.
We just had to go grab some beers real quick.
So it just came to me that I forgot, but I brought some bottle openers.
Some souvenirs.
And these bottle openers here. Nick, what's your favorite? Or what color would you like?
Definitely.
The black looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty sweet.
But there's a couple colors in here: blue, purple, red.
Purple. I'm gonna have to go. with the black one. Honestly,
Black is pretty dope.
This is gonna work perfectly because I'm gonna probably hang it from like the kegerator or something.
So I don't know if the camera's gonna be able to see here, but we've got Orange Cat Brewery bottle openers. I've got a little sack of them here. If anyone's interested,
let us know.
Let us know. But these were made by my aunt and uncle out near Seattle.
Let's go.
And
how they
surprised me with them. I had no idea they were coming, and they knew that we were doing Orange Cat Brewery, and they thought that they wanted to be nice, and I'm very happy that they were, and they made these bottle openers for us.
Dude, these are sweet. These are really
sent
cool.
them in the mail, and it just surprised me. It was awesome. So we've got Orange Cat bottle openers now.
Dude, on my keychain, I have a bottle opener because you never know when you need to open a beer on the go, right? You know?
Right.
And so my bottle opener, I've used it so much over the past 2.5 years that it's became dull.
What does yours say on? Does yours have a?
Mine's it's the Morning Brew. It's a news article that I subscribe to and whatnot for tech and marketing. And I've used it so much that it's like I have to like push on it to like get it to go.
I just had to replace mine too because I use mine so much. It was on my keychain.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
I had an Empyrean Brewing. Is it Empyrean?
Yeah, out of Nebraska.
Is it Empyrean or Imperium?
Imperium?
I can't think.
I don't
Empyrean.
know. Empyrean. That sounds about
anyway,
right.
I had one of theirs, and just like Nick was saying, it was getting worn down, and I had to replace it. And I'm glad that I had an Orange Cat Brewery one to.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's why I'm going to take 2 of them, so I can put one right now, and then when that one wears out, I got a backup.
Exactly.
No, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back here on my kegerator wall. And so like it's like we got the keg, but then I don't know. I feel like I can almost like screw this to the wall and have like a portable like go up to the wall and just like it's like a wall opener. You know? So I'm gonna do something cool with that. Thank you.
I just want to say shout out to Troy and Kelly. Thank you very much. That was awesome.
Yes. Hey, let's do a cheers real quick to that. I'll do a cheers.
This is
out in Seattle, right?
No, this beer.
Oh, this beer
is
a hazy IPA, double dry hopped.
That you brewed?
Yep. This is straight out of the kegerator. This is one of our home brews. It still does not have a name yet. I'm still coming up with a name, but it's a very, very similar recipe as our Baby Bazooka, which we did with my cousin who was right after she had a kid. We brewed a beer, and so Baby Bazooka just felt natural, I guess.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, no, this is awesome because we double dry hopped it, and it turned out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. Low-key, I mean, don't get me wrong.
Pretty good.
I like the Keeper's Heart. I like the Phat Fish Brewing, but I
think this is better than the Phat Fish.
This is my favorite beer I've had tonight.
Sorry, Phat Fish, but Orange Cat Brewery takes the crown.
Now we're just starting some competition. But yeah, no, we had a lot of fun brewing this one. But yeah, dude, I don't know. More beers to come. I mean, we got an Irish Dry Stout. I'm really excited for the Irish Dry Stout. I think that's gonna be really good. I hope it's
it should be.
I'm either deciding to throw some cocoa nibs in it or maybe some coffee. So it's gonna be like imagine a Guinness with extra coffee flavor, or imagine a Guinness with extra chocolate.
I like the coffee.
I think I'm gonna do coffee. I got some awesome coffee beans from the Break here in Sioux Falls, like a local coffee shop. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking I'm just gonna take those beans, grind them up, and then throw them right in my secondary. I think it's gonna work out really well for an Irish Dry Stout.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Awesome, man. Well, we're coming up on our time. Any final thoughts of any of the things that we tried today, or anything that you're looking forward to? I don't know, in just general.
I just say if you're looking for a good whiskey, Canadian, Irish, bourbon,
Yes.
you either go with Pendleton or you go with Keeper's Heart.
Yeah.
And you'll... I don't know.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. That's our slogan. Awesome. Well, thanks guys for tuning into the Purr-fect Pints, where we talk about beer, we talk about beer, and we talk a lot about beer and other things.
And a little bit of whiskey.
And a lot of whiskey too, every once in a while. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. If you're interested in getting a really crazy shirt like this or any of our other Orange Cat merch, hit up www.orangecatbrewery.com and go snag a koozie, a shirt, a sweatshirt, maybe even a cool keychain like this. Let's go. All that good stuff on our website, orangecatbrewery.com, where we do all fun stuff. Anything else?
That's all.
Awesome.
That's all, folks.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Not bad for the first podcast, right? All right.
Nice working with you.
I'll see you on the next one.
I'll see you around.
I feel like you gotta let them do